Welcome to One Girl in All the World, the Buffy the Vampire Slayer rewatch podcast where we recap each episode in order and discuss. I'm Ashley, Buffy superfan.
Kimmy, Buffy newbie.
You can find us on all major podcast apps, YouTube and Instagram with new episodes on Tuesdays. Hello, Sunny.
For those of you that aren't watching, Sunny is going through her obsessive licking phase right now.
And thankfully, that is not Kimmy's partner, that is her dog. If you're just listening.
Sunny is a dog, yes.
Sunny is a dog. Sunny is a dog. He's the bestest dog in the world.
She's just very clingy. She's Velcro puppy.
Yeah. So she's co-hosting today. So we are talking Double Meat Palace, a very unique Buffy episode.
Not a huge fan, to be honest.
Well, as vegans...
But aside from that, to be honest with you.
Yes.
It just wasn't my favorite episode.
It was gross, for sure.
It was gross, and it was just kind of weird, and I don't know.
I think it's supposed to be weird. I don't think it's supposed to be, like, a award-winning piece of television, like Hush or The Body. But there's not another episode like it, that's for sure.
That is fair, yes.
So it is unique. All right. So we'll get into Double Meat Palace. Double meat is double sweet.
Ew.
That's their thing. Ew, I know. All right. So Double Meat Palace originally aired January 29th, a couple days after my birthday, 2002, written by Jane Espenson and directed by Nick Merrick. The synopsis is, while Xander and Anya uncover the demons in their relationship, and Amy tempts Willow with a return to her magic passion, the Slayer discovers a fast food job that can be a deadly career choice, especially with the secret ingredients at Double Meat Palace. All right, so yes, Buffy is working at the Double Meat Palace. So we start out at Buffy's, and Willow is telling Xander and Anya about the trio, because last episode we discovered who they were, and they know two of the three of them. So they're filling Anya and Xander in. Buffy went back to where the lair, but everything was gone. They had cleared out. The only thing where they left was nerd stuff, like spell books and stuff like that.
Stuff that Willow was excited about.
Yeah, she was starting to break out a little bit of sweat there. She's like spell books and conjuring something, and she's like. And then they also vaguely mentioned that it's Buffy's first day today.
Yep.
And then we get a little interesting tidbit here where Xander says that he hears Anya's "Go Money Go" chant every day, and Willow says, "And you will for the rest of your life." And he kind of looks stricken.
He does look stricken. Yes.
He looks dreading it.
It's weird because we've been having this thing now where people mention things like that as if they didn't realize it was going to be a forever thing.
Yeah. They're like, oh, well, yeah. I guess sometimes when you're 20... you don't realize the commitment that you're asking of someone. Maybe Anya does because she's already been alive for 1,000 years.
She's been around forever. Yeah.
She's been alive for over a lifetime. But yeah, maybe Xander didn't. Who knows? So Buffy comes in dressed for work.
Terrible outfit.
Yeah.
These uniforms are ridiculous.
The uniform is the worst.
Have you ever had to wear a uniform? Have you ever worked in the food industry and wear
a
crappy uniform like that? Okay.
No, I've had a dress code, but I've never had a uniform.
Okay. I did work in more than one food industry, and so one of my uniforms, it was fine. It was just dicky pants and they made us wear a gray polo shirt with our name was stitched on it, but it was whatever. And they did make us wear a hat, but
didn't have a chicken on it though.
No, it was just a normal hat. It was actually just to keep our hair out of the food.
Yeah.
Hairnet hat.
Yeah. People appreciate that.
Safety.
People appreciate that. And it's orange and white
and
stripes.
It's just awful.
And it is a hat with a big chicken sticking out of the front.
But her lipstick, her makeup was on point.
Yeah, well.
Her makeup looked great.
I guess something had to be. So she's all ready for work and she's not super excited about it. So at the Double Meat, Buffy's being trained as she's watching all of the training videos.
Yeah, these are weird videos.
Yeah, they're very cringe.
Yeah.
And it talks about there's they actually show the stuff being slaughtered, the chickens and we don't see it thankfully, but we hear sound effects of it being slaughtered and stuff. It's really nasty. Yeah. And then Manny the manager comes in and says, "Okay, okay, this part of your training's over. I'm going to give you a tour and everything. And Buffy says, he's like, well, why do you want to work here? And she's like, I need money. I need money. I need money like today. And I don't have time for a lengthy interview process and yada, yada, yada. And then she's like, and he's like, that's not what I want to hear. No. And she says, I mean, I want to be part of the double meat experience. And he's like, Buffy, one day you can be where I am. And he has like his 10-year button. And oh my God.
No, thank you.
I remember.
You know what? If that's what you want to do, though.
It is. Cool. Sure.
My dad actually was a McDonald's manager and he loved it.
Clearly, it's not what Buffy wants to do.
No, definitely not.
Yeah. I remember being at a job and we had like a newsletter, like a monthly newsletter or whatever. And when you went like 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20, whatever, your name would be in the newsletter. And I remember saying, I don't know what I'm going to do if my name's in there for 5 years. Like, I don't want to be here for 5 years. I was there for 6, but didn't leave.
Wow, okay.
But I was like, if my name's in there for 5 years, like, I do not want to be here for 5 years. Like, that is like so depressing to me that I would be there for 5 years. And I was.
I think the longest I've ever had a job, besides the YMCA, was like 4 years. I've never made it to 5.
Yeah, well, I made it to 6.
Okay. 6 isn't so bad. It's nice to, I don't know, think about me and my parents at least anyway. They had like the same jobs forever. It's so weird how we change jobs so often.
I know. And I feel like, and it wasn't like it was a bad job. It was just in an industry and anything that was at zero interest to me. Mm-hmm. So that was the issue. Be
somewhere like that for 6 years.
It wasn't that it was a bad working environment. It's actually a good working environment and everything. But I was like, oh my God, like I want to be doing something else with my life in 5 years. I don't want to be out. Yeah. So I can relate to Buffy in this moment.
Yeah. Sometimes jobs shouldn't just be about bills. Sometimes they have to be, but sometimes it would be nice if they're not just about bills you have to pay. It'd be nice if you actually enjoyed what you do.
Yeah, exactly. So Buffy's not loving this.
No, there's high turnover.
Yeah.
High turnover. About lifers.
Yeah. He's like, you could be a lifer like me. And she meets her coworkers, and they kind of just like listless and like staring off into space. And
they
look
like they're hypnotized.
Yeah,
and there's creepy music, and it's dark.
And he says, "Oh, you can use this locker," but she's like, "There's somebody's stuff in it." He's like, "Oh yeah, they left it. You can keep it if you want, or throw away the rest."
She's like, "What if they come back?" And he's like,
Some people just don't come back for their stuff. They just disappear. She's like, "Okay." So he gives her a tour of, like where the pickles are, the walk-in freezer.
The dehydrated pickles?
Excuse me. Yes.
Because
not to be confused with pickles? Not to be confused with pickles.
They're already preserved.
Yeah, they're like already pickled. Hence the name.
How do you need them dehydrated? Oh my God. Anyway.
I don't know. It's the double meat way, Kimmy. It's best not to question it. You know what will happen to you. So he comes over and he shows her like where they like have like the finished burgers, and he makes her eat one
after the training video,
which she does not want to because she's just seeing them being slaughtered.
Like, I'm going to be vegetarian now,
and she's like, She makes
her, which is gross.
It is. And then he says, "Oh, it's he explains that it's a beef patty above the mid bun and a chicken byproduct below the mid bun." So it's like chicken, and that's their whole thing is like chicken and beef in the burger.
That sounds gross. Like, okay, I know I don't eat meat, but like it just sounds gross.
It's gross regardless. Yeah. And he says, "In our secret ingredient." She's like, "What is that? What's the secret ingredient?" Like, I work here. I should know. Yeah. It's a meat process. Okay. All right.
Meat process. Yeah.
All right. So Buffy is being trained on the counter by Gary.
And Gary tells her not to joke around so much.
Yeah. He's like, hey, like, don't have fun here. Like, don't try to, like, lighten the mood here. Like, Manny doesn't like that. Because it's like you're robbing the company or something stupid. She's kind of shadowing him. He's taking orders. This old lady comes up and orders, like, a coffee.
And a cherry pie?
And a cherry pie. I come here every day. And Buffy's like, that's nice. Nice for you. And he goes to show her how to ring her up. And then I don't know why. He's like, oh, take this family of 5 or 4 next. Like, that seems like a good.
Yeah, that was dumb.
And then leave and not, like, even help her. That seems, real smart.
And there's like 1 million buttons on this register.
Yeah. It's all pictures, too. And he's like, and he just rattles off the order so fast. And I love when he's like, a chocolate shake, and she's like, excuse me, does this button look chocolatey?
Oh my God.
That was so funny. I love that. She's like completely overwhelmed. And then we see Buffy on break. Because part of her job, like part of her like benefits, air quotes, is getting a free double meat medley.
I will admit that one of the things I liked about working in food service was the free food.
Yeah, but you don't need a double meat medley every day.
Mm-mm. Or at all ever.
Yeah, so she's sitting there eating her double meat medley. Buffy's kind of like looking around. She's suspicious about the meat because they won't tell her what the secret ingredient is. Yeah. And Manny's like, you don't need to go into the freezer. You need to go in there. And she's like, okay. Like, so she's a bit suspicious. And then Anya, Dawn, Xander, and Willow come to support her.
Which is so nice.
Yeah, they come to order. Like yeah. And for some reason, Buffy gives them Xander free food. And she's like, guys, this place is weird. Manny's really weird. The manager, like, I don't know, like the meat, I don't know, like, and something's the coworkers are weird. And Xander's like, let me tell you something. You're looking for demons where there's just life. Like, I've been here. And it's just a weird place. Like, some weird people. Like, it's just, that's how, like, sometimes, like, working in fast food is. And she's like, yeah, I guess, like, maybe you're right. And also, throughout this little conversation, Anya is talking about, like, wedding planning like crazy.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. We keep getting reminded there's a wedding coming up. And then Buffy gives them, like, the food, and she's like, cut way back on the cat. And he's like, oh, what? And she's like, I'm just kidding. I think I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah, one of the things that Anya said about the wedding, too, was just, like, how she's, like, Willow can't help her anymore.
Yeah.
That was, like, not necessary.
I guess because I don't know why she just can't help her not using magic.
The normal way?
I guess.
It'd still help her. Yeah, but I guess Anya was expecting more.
Yeah, just snapping her finger and, like, everything done. Okay, at WPAL later that night, it's late, it's empty, there's, like, barely anybody there. Buffy is like, okay, I'm gonna take another break. But then she sees that Spike's come in and is looking at the menu.
And he's like, service me.
He's like, yeah, like, you signed up to, like, service the public. Like, I'm here, like, service me. And she's like, please leave. And he's like, oh, these lights, these, like, weird, like, fluorescent lights can make some demons twitch. Is that what kind of demon you are? Because he could hit her. So he knows, like, they know something's up with her. Yeah. And she's like, I'm not a demon. Like, please leave. And then it, like, the whole conversation kind of turns. Where he's like, you need to leave. Like, you're better than this. Like, you don't need to be here. And
she's like, I need money.
She's like, I need money. Don't make this harder than it has to be. And he's like, I can get money. Like, I'll get you money. Like, but we need to leave. We need to leave. And yeah, she doesn't. She just tells him to leave.
Well, no, she doesn't. I mean, she does need to. I don't know about this job specifically, but she does need to have a job and make money.
Yeah. And not even for, I mean, obviously there's the obvious thing of, like, paying the bills, but children's services, even Dora said, like, you're an unemployed person, like, you have no way to support Dawn.
You need to figure your shit out.
Yeah, so even on paper, forget about even the money, which is obviously the number one thing. It looks bad for her not to have a job. And then, so Gary takes his, like, trash or something in the back of Double Meat, and he's like, he sees somebody with their POV, so we're looking at Gary, and he's like, oh, hey, what are you doing back here? And then he gets attacked.
Yeah.
It's obvious that he recognizes.
Yes, but we don't know
who it is.
Or what happened exactly.
Yeah, we don't know what happened or who it is. So, and then the next day, Buffy's clocking in, and Mandy comes over and says, oh, Gary was supposed to turn up this morning and lock, and he didn't show up. Mm-hmm. She's like, well, maybe he'll show up. She's like, we wouldn't be surprised if he didn't show up, because people just don't show up. And so Buffy has to be moved to grill. And like you put them on, you press a button, and a timer goes off. You switch, you flip them over, press the button, timer goes off, and yada yada.
I mean, at least it's timed.
Yeah, you could, like, daydream.
Yeah.
In between, I passed the time.
I have worked a grill before. We didn't have buttons, but.
How did you have to do it? Did you have to know?
I don't know. You just knew.
Okay. All right. So the guy showing her is super weird. And he's saying how, like, she's like, oh, I guess we're going to get greasy. He's like, grease on your face, grease in your hair, grease in your ears. He's like, I couldn't hear. And the doctor told me the grease had made a plug. And I had to take, like, oh my God. She's like, okay. And she's like, what's the secret ingredient? She's asking him now.
Processing. It's the processing.
It's a meat process. Mm-hmm. What does that mean? It's a process they do to the meat.
Cool.
Right. Okay, thank you. That clears it up. Yeah, Manny comes over. He's like, good news. You get to work a double shift. She's
also,
like,
he says you get to work a double shift. He doesn't ask her. He's
no,
just
it's like you're privileged. You're privileged to work a double shift. And she says, like, another 8 hours? After these 8 hours? That's a lot of hours. He's like, well, you get paid for it. Like, no shit, Manny.
I know. You should actually get
more than,
for that.
Yeah, double time.
Double time. Or time and a half, anyway.
Yeah.
Overtime? Yeah.
Yeah, overtime. At least, yeah. Oh, he's like, you know, he said, oh, like, my grinder guy is not showing, isn't gonna, like, he's late too. Like, so a lot of people are, like, disappearing. And she's like, they could be anywhere. And then they bring, like, the meat's here, and it's like, boom. Oh, yeah. Like, implying that they're in the meat. This big thing of meat gets popped down.
It's like a Soylent Green episode.
It's like a what?
Soylent Green.
What's that?
Wait, what?
Soylent Green?
Yeah, you don't know what that is?
No.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
It's a movie, right? I want to say.
I have no idea what you're talking about. So this is new to me.
1973 film. Yeah. Okay, we'll talk about it later.
Okay. All right. So at Xander's, Xander's just sitting there, and a vengeance demon appears and is going to take vengeance on him.
She jump scares him. She jump scared me.
Yeah, I did. So this is Hallie, and Anya comes in and is like, oh my God, hi! And they like hug and everything, and Xander's like, do you know this person? She's like, yeah, like this is Hallie. We were like friends when I was a vengeance demon. And she's like, I didn't mean for you to materialize all the way here. I just wanted to tell you, like, invite you to the wedding. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I got the message messed up. She's like, you know how it is. Half the time, I don't even know if I'm maiming the right man.
That's so terrible.
And I'm just all excited. She's like, oh my God, let me see the ring. Like, it just changes because she's like, man, I will smite you and all the things. She's like, oh my God, hi. It's so cute.
It was really cute.
It's funny.
Yeah.
And then Xander leaves, and she's talking about the wedding. She's like, oh, you're marrying that man with the large upper arms? Yeah, and Hallie is not super supportive. She's like,
no, she's like, why are you getting married?
Why are you marrying that guy? She's like, oh, I love him. So there's like some weirdness there.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This part at the double meet when Buffy's working the fryers.
Also a super fun task that I've done.
He said, the guy's like, yeah, sometimes it like just boils when there's nothing in there. Maybe like they think maybe bugs probably fall in there. And Buffy's face is like,
I mean, so disgusted. we used to clean our fryers. Like I remember my boss would we would have to do that like every once a week or something like that. Like we would empty them and clean them and like you don't just let them get gross like that.
Yeah. Like bugs floating around in there. Okay. So Buffy's like, oh my God, my life. And she looks and Spike's snooping around, hanging around the building.
He's watching out for her.
And she goes on her break and they do it behind a dumpster.
And she just like her facial expression while they're doing it is just.
Yeah, she's completely detached. While he's attached. But yeah. This is the scene that I remember I told you there was a sex scene. I was like, ew, this is it.
Was this the one?
Yeah. Just like.
It's just weird.
Dumpster sex, like yuck.
This whole episode was cringe to me anyway.
Yeah, that was ugh.
Especially this next scene, even cringier.
So Amy comes over to talk to Willow. She's like, do you think of my hamster house? Like she kind of has an attachment to it because she lived in it for 3 years.
I guess.
And she's like, yeah, go ahead and take it. I don't think that's too weird. Do you think it's weird?
I don't know. Amy's weird, so.
So yeah, Willow says, yeah, of course. And then they kind of get talking about Willow doing the cold turkey thing.
Mm-hmm. It was hard at first, but she's getting her focus back.
Yeah.
She looks down and the whole page she was studying is highlighted.
Yeah.
Amy's like, yeah.
Yeah, I see that. She's like, it's a pivotal page. She tries to defend it. And she's like, you know what? I'll give you a birthday present. Willow's like, it's not my birthday. She's like, kind of like, what are you talking about? And then Amy does a spell on Willow and gives her magic.
Which is not cool.
It was not consensual. Like, she did not ask for this.
She violated her, basically.
Yes, she did. And she said, hey, it's like, well, not breaking the rules because you didn't do anything. I did it. So enjoy it. Like, oh yeah, like we're gonna find this loophole. And that's not what Willow wanted.
And like, I did you a big favor.
Yeah. And Willow's eyes are like black, like her hands are like, out. And she's not happy. Yeah.
No.
So at the double meat, Buffy is watching the meat be grinded. And then she like puts her hand in there and like moves it aside for some reason. And then she finds a finger, a severed finger.
That's so gross.
And is that what you...
No, I said foot.
Okay.
That'll come later.
Yeah.
So she... Foot?
Yeah.
I said foot. Yeah.
Okay. So she finds a finger and she's like, oh my God. So she goes and confronts Manny about it. And he's like, well, there was an accident a few weeks ago.
And she's like, this is not a few week old finger.
Like that's enough to be like,
this is a fresh finger.
But this is a fresh finger. She's like, well, maybe Gary did come in like, and he went to the hospital because he chopped his finger off, but he's being very weird. And then Buffy's like, sure. And she like runs out into the dining area and starts like flipping tables.
Just starts grabbing people's food and chucking it on the floor.
Yeah, it's like, don't eat it, it's people, it's people.
Oh my
and
God.
Like freaking out. And I love when that old lady says, what about the cherry pie?
I think the cherry pie would be safe.
Probably be okay. Yeah. And then like they're trying to like grab her and everything, like stop her. And then she starts beating everyone up. Yeah. And then she is fired.
She gets fired.
Yeah, she gets fired.
Which is fair.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So at Xander's, Hallie and Anya are doing some girl talk, talking about the wedding and all this stuff.
Well, Anya's like talking about how he's kind and he's brave and he loves her. But then she talks about how he also corrects her. And
well, interesting because she says he loves her. And even though I'm hard to love, like I know I can be hard to love.
Oh, and why? Yeah, why does she think that?
Yeah, it's just, well, sometimes I say things, and he has to say that's not how a human would act this way, like a normal person would act this way.
So Halfrek is like, oh, so he corrects you.
He corrects you, and she's like, no, well, it's, and then this is all like she's trying to defend her relationship, but like this is now being pointed out to her. And Hallie's like, okay, we don't have to talk about it. Like, it's fine. It's totally cool. Like, everything's fine. But Anya's like,
but she's thinking about
it's been said now. It's been said. So she's in her mind.
And it's interesting because this is a point of view that I haven't thought about, right? Because like in my mind, she does act kind of weird.
Yeah. I mean, everyone looks at her and rolls their eyes and it's like, oh, like, but I guess like the one person that shouldn't be doing that is Xander, right?
Exactly. No, that's actually, yeah. True.
And it's also like correct her, but it's also like another word for like fixing her.
Yeah. Because you should just be happy. Like, I mean, when you're with somebody, you're with all of them. You don't get to pick and choose what parts you want.
Yeah. So this is something that Anya has never really considered.
No. And just for her to say something like that, like, I know I'm hard to love. That made me so sad when she said that. I was like, oh.
That is sad. So I'm glad like Hallie was like, why would you think you're hard to love?
Yeah.
Like, that's quite a statement to say about yourself when you're engaged. Yeah. You know, that it's, like, so good of them to love you because you're, hard to love. That's so sad.
Yeah.
So they kind of just leave it there. So at the Magic Box, Buffy calls an emergency meeting. And, of course, only Dawn and Xander show up. And she's like, this is what happens when I call an emergency meeting. Only you two show up. They can't get Willow, and Anya has her friends over. She's like, something is wrong with the double meat. Like, something's going on. She brings the burger with her. She puts it on the table. Her and Dawn are talking. She's like, I found a finger. I'm like, I think the meat is people. And they turn around, and Xander has already scarfed down the burger.
So gross.
And he's like, what?
And then Buffy's like, you ate it?
You ate it. I was just like, I'm going to have to get another one. And he's like, that's your concern? I just ate people. That you're gonna have to get seconds. That's your concern. But he's like very like ill. He's feeling ill. So Willow shows up and is kind of like fidgety and well, she's been, but even more like kind of like trying to hide it. Like I don't want to like seem like I have any magic or whatever. And Yeah, so they fill Willow in, and Willow is going to analyze through some scraps on the wrapper, with chemistry, not magic.
Yes.
To see if it's human or not. And Buffy's going to go back. It's after closing, she's going to go back and do some more snooping. So at the Badger Box, Buffy's in there. It's after closing time. Yeah, Buffy hears a noise, I guess, and is walking, and she trips over something. And it's Manny's severed foot, because they did mention that he was wearing saddle shoes before, so we know, because it has saddle shoes, that it's Manny's foot.
Okay, I missed that. Okay. Yeah. And this is where I was correct.
Yes. So what's severed, or whatever I said, what body part does Buffy find at work? And it's either finger or foot were acceptable answers, and you said foot, so you got this one. Yeah, exciting. Very good. And then at the Magic Box, Willow has got her little chemistry set out. She's working on it. And Xander and Dawn are talking. This is like an interesting conversation, because she's like, you know, this is all Buffy, like these like kind of like.
Yeah, I didn't like this conversation. Sorry, okay. That's all I was going to say.
Yeah. She says that her friend, Janice's sister, is a lawyer, and, you know, Buffy can't have a job like that because she's a slayer. And Xander says, you know, that's the biggest job you can have.
Exactly.
Like, that's the most important job you can have.
It's better.
And
he's like, you can be a lawyer.
You can be a lawyer and support your deadbeat sister. But it's that Buffy will never have like a job like that, because she can't. And Dawn's like kind of realizing that and like feels bad for it.
But I mean, it's almost like she feels bad for herself about it, not for Buffy.
Well, at the end, when he says you can support her, I think she's like, thanks. But I don't think the whole conversation, that's where she's coming from. I don't think.
At the beginning it was anyway, and I was like, what? Don't be so spoiled.
What did she say at the beginning that made you think that?
Well, she's like, oh, she's never going to be like a doctor or a lawyer or anything like that. It's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It just made me think she was being bratty again.
Yeah. The way I took it was that, like, obviously Janice's sister wanted to be a lawyer, so she was able to be. Mm-hmm. Buffy, whatever dreams or whatever Buffy wanted to be when she grew up or whatever, that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
Because of this calling.
I took it as like...
And that makes Dawn sad.
Okay, I took it as like, my friend's sister is a cool lawyer and my sister's not going to be cool like that.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, there is that, because she's
I like your way better. Let's go.
No, there's a little bit of that, because I think Dawn doesn't like communicate it the best, but I think that's what she's trying to say. Okay. Because, you know, Xander does say,
but yeah, I thought it was
the most important job.
Like, exactly. And I thought it was funny when he was like, you can support her, then like you be the lawyer. Mm-hmm. Like, Buffy doesn't have to be a lawyer.
Yeah. So that was an interesting conversation for sure. And then Anya finally arrives. And they kind of talk about Hallie a little bit. And Xander's like, does she always look like that? He's like, what's wrong with how she looked? You didn't find her attractive? And like what he says, is there any answer to that won't make you crazy? Like, if I say no or yes, it's bad.
Also, that's not nice.
No,
first of all, like he's like, I mean, it is true. It's a trap. Whatever the answer is going to be bad. But you don't say it like that.
Yeah. And he says, like, you didn't look like that, did you? Basically. And
of course she did.
Yeah. And she's like offended by that, which is fine. And then Willow with the experiment's done. There's no reaction, so it's not human.
Yeah.
Which Xander is very relieved. Not people, but something's off with it still.
It's like she said, it's like cellulose.
But so there's something still weird about it.
Yep.
So back at the double meet, Buffy's walking around and she finds this, what she thinks is a scalp with hair, but then she picks it up. She's like, oh, it's a wig. And she's like, wig lady? I guess this is what they call her, wig lady, because it was obvious that it was a wig. She's a wig lady? And then wig lady comes out with no wig, obviously, just a bald head. And she's like, oh, like starts talking and everything. And then
the creepiest demon comes out of her head.
Phallic protrusion.
Oh my God.
Comes out of her head. And it's got like, got like a face, it's got a little mouth, and like it just comes out, and it's like
creepy teeth. Yeah.
It's like a big phallic worm comes out of her head with teeth at the end. And spits like stuff at her to paralyze Buffy. Yeah. Right. So it starts from the bottom up. So she starts having trouble walking at first, but her arms and everything is fine. And so Buffy starts to become paralyzed. And then, of course, she talks about how she's going to eat Buffy, like, when she's, like, completely, like, paralyzed because she could eat them slow. And, like, she just loves double meat. Employees, like, they're her favorite. And, like, so she loves to eat them. And Buffy's just trying to crawl away from this phallic wig lady. So Buffy's crawling around. And then she hears Willow, because Willow stepped on the like the drive-through cord.
Oh, yeah.
Which just does not work. I've tried to do this. It never worked for me anyway. I'm like, hello, and nobody ever comes.
That's so funny.
So yeah. I had to go get my car and come through again with the car. Anyway, so Willow is talking to her through
you know that.
Unless I did it, I tried to be like, stepping on stuff and everything. She's talking about how the burgers are all like just vegetables.
Yeah.
There's no like meat in it at all.
There's no meat.
No
Yeah,
meat.
Which is weird.
I mean, she's like, I don't see you in there, so I'm just going to talk through the thing, through the drive-through speaker. And then she just so upset that she just confesses to Amy giving her magic. And she's like, I didn't want it, but now I feel like I need it. Like, I'm shaky and all this. And Buffy's just like, oh, God. I'm crawling around the ground, trying to get away from this lady, this big penis trying to eat me. And she's like, I don't have time for your shit, Willow. But then, Buffy gets up and she starts like biting her shoulder.
Yeah, oh my God. She's like chewing it.
Yeah. I mean, that would take a long time to eat you, that little head. And like you're just laying there. Oh, God.
My God,
that's a bad way to go.
Yeah.
Ugh. And Willow hears something like get knocked over in the struggle. So Willow comes in. And she sees her, and the little head turns. It's like, and like sprays stuff at Willow.
Out of the way.
Yeah, she gets out of the way,
Yeah,
and then she comes back, and like the head, and like it's eating Buffy again. And then she comes back with a
weapon.
I don't know what it was.
A slicer?
Is it? Because she slices the head off.
Yeah, I think it's a slicer.
She slices the head off, and then throws it in the grinder.
Yep.
And during all this, the grinder got turned on.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, the head starts to come out again, like, and she, like, pushes it back in, and it started grinding.
So gross.
And her and Buffy, like, look at it coming out. It's all
disgusting. Yeah, it's disgusting.
It is vile. Coming out of the grinder. So gross. Okay, so back at Buffy's, Amy comes to the door. Willow answers it and says, yeah, her apartment's being set up. She just wants to know if she can come over and, like, borrow some, like, detergent and stuff like that. And she's like, no. You can't have any detergent, and I don't want you to ever come here again. Like, I don't want to see you again.
And Amy's like, very surprised by this.
Yeah, she is. She's like, you didn't like your birthday present? And she's like, no, I didn't like it. Like, you're bad for me, essentially. I can't be around you anymore. And, Amy, like, turns really mean.
She does.
Yeah, like, she's very manipulative, which we've seen before.
Yeah.
You were going to say she says?
I was just going to say Willow ends up having to tell her, like, if you're my friend, you need to stay away. If you're not my friend, you need to stay away.
Yeah, that was actually really good.
And, like, the way that Amy looked at her at the end made me a little nervous because she looked like she is offended. And, I'm wondering if she's going to try and be vindictive about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Amy did not take it well.
No.
And it's just nasty.
Well, and it sucks because, Willow should just be able to tell her, I don't want to do magic, and they could still be friends without magic.
Yeah, but Amy's an addict, so she's not want to play with Willow without magic.
I guess not,
so
no.
that's her own issues, obviously. So Willow closes the door on Amy.
I guess I have a feeling we'll see more of that, though.
At the Double Meat Palace, Buffy brings back her uniform because she's been fired.
She got fired.
Yeah, she got fired. And there's a new manager who seems a lot more normal. Still drinks, obviously, the Double Meat Kool-Aid, but is way more normal than Manny. Yeah. And he says, oh, I heard you caused quite a ruckus. She's like, yep, sorry about that. Like, practical joke. No, now I've learned my lesson. It's not good.
So she's like, yeah, most people don't bring back their uniforms.
Yeah. And she goes to leave and she's like, so the secret ingredient, it's veggies. Like she's like, how do you know that? Close the door. She's like, it's all vegetables, but there's a ton of beef broth put in it. and that's like gives it the beef flavor.
That's so weird.
And she's like, "Oh, okay. That's a valuable secret, isn't it?" And then like when she like the lady thinks that Buffy's like trying to ask for like a bribe, she's like, "No, that's not what I mean. I just meant that I'd like my job back. Like I need money from my I like to work, so I'd like my job back." And she's like, "Okay, like as long as we were practical jokes." She's like, "Promise." And she has her 5-year pin. So she tells Buffy, like, "I want your sights set on this. I want you to like focus on being here for 5 years." And Buffy's like, "Okay, whatever she's gonna say to get her job back." So Buffy gets her job back, and that's end of the episode.
I feel like she doesn't have to do that for 5 years, though. She could find a job. Like it doesn't. Okay, I understand she can't have like maybe a normal job or like a job she maybe really wants, but she could probably find something she enjoys more than this, at least.
Yeah, I think the thing with this is that she needs it now.
I guess that's true.
She needs like a quick, like
while she does this,
hiring
she
process
could look for another job. Like I don't know, like work at a bookstore or like I don't know.
Yeah, this is just like quick money to get her head above water, and maybe when she does, she would. Okay, my favorite quote is when Buffy's like, "It's people don't eat it," and the lady says, "What about the cherry pie?" I just liked the way she delivered that. That was great.
Yeah.
And then my favorite scene was with the last one with Amy and Willow. Honestly, where she tells her like to back off, like I can't be friends with you anymore, and all this, and like Amy is not supportive at all. And Willow like puts her foot down. Like you can tell that Willow was like, "I did not want this. This was a good. It shouldn't have happened, but it was a good test for Willow.
Yeah,
it didn't throw her back into magic. She's cut that friendship off." Because now she knows that Amy can't be trusted. Amy can't support her in her recovery journey. So she gets rid of the relationship. So that was important. Yeah. So I just picked that one.
I thought that was a good scene. Yeah, I agree with you. Okay. Apparently my favorite line, I didn't write the whole thing down, but it was when she was learning how to use the machine and she makes a joke about it being Buttonpalooza. I thought that was Buttonpalooza.
Yeah, those buttons. I do also like the chocolatey one, the chocolatey line.
Oh yeah. Does this look chocolatey to you? Does this button look chocolatey to you? That was really good. Yeah.
That was good.
And then actually my favorite scene was when Anya and Halfrek were talking.
Oh yeah, that is a good one too.
I liked that scene.
Yeah, about her not being easy to love.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was
just like, it was like kind of, honestly, it was eye-opening to me because I thought they were like really great together. And now I'm kind of getting like, oh, maybe they're not that great together.
Mm-hmm. And it's also different when from a demon's perspective to Anya. And we've always had it from like everyone else being like, Anya, you know what I mean?
So yeah, now we have it from more Anya's perspective, which I needed, honestly.
Mm-hmm. No, it was really good. You're right. That was a really good scene. All right. My stake rating, I give it a 4.2.
Okay.
I just go with vibes. It was unique.
I'll give you that.
It was unique. There's a big phallic villain. Very phallic.
Uh-huh.
I said it was really gross. It was a really gross episode. Mm-hmm. Willow's still trying is a big thing. Obviously, what we talked about with Hallie kind of giving Anya some perspective there. Yeah. And I just said Buffy finally gets a job. So that's a good thing, even though it's not her ideal. Yeah. So, that's all I really had to say about it.
Yeah. Okay. I gave it a 3.8.
Okay. That's not.
Oh, yeah. I just said it was
wildly off mine.
No. It wasn't my favorite. It wasn't terrible. I liked a lot of things you said. I'm glad that Willow like really stuck to her guns in this one. Mm-hmm. That was a good test for her. I liked how Halfrek came and was talking to Anya. That was interesting. Yeah. I guess that's basically it.
It's nice to see Anya's like as a friend.
Yeah.
Because she's the +1 friend, kind of like with everybody. Like she only has all of her friends through Xander. So it's nice that she has a friend of her own. All right. So the next episode, Dead Things. This one's dark.
Oh, great.
This is dark. Who does Buffy confide in about Spike?
Oh. I mean, I would think it would be Willow. Is it a Scooby? Am I allowed to ask that?
Yes.
I don't think it's going to be Xander or Anya. Yeah, I'm going to go with Willow.
Willow? Okay.
Yeah.
Locked in. Final answer, Willow. All right, so that wraps up season 6, episode 12, Devil Meat Palace. Again, you can find us on all major podcast apps, YouTube and Instagram at One Girl and All the World Pod. You can also email us at onegirlpod@gmail.com. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week with season 6, episode 13, Dead Things. See you real soon.